So Sumit Antil and Avni Lekra zooming with confidence. Definitely they will. We are hoping that they will defend the gold medal they won in the Tokyo Games. And now to discuss and analyze the India squad for the Paris Paralympic Games, we are honored to have joined by veteran para-athlete and sports administrator Deepa Malik ji. Deepa ji, a very warm welcome to our show. And today we are discussing the India's chances at the Para Games, and India also has a largest contingent. So as you know that India sent 54 athletes to the Tokyo 2020, the highest ever, and now it's 84 athletes are participating in Paris Paralympics. What does this growth in participation indicates about the development of para sports in India?
See, the statistics are pretty self-explanatory because the way we are looking at the number of sports have increased. Last time it was 9. If I take Rio, it was only 5 sports. Then in Tokyo, we went for 9 sports, and this time we are going for 12 sports. And if we talk about the contingent, then we have more than 40 new para-athletes who are going to give their debut at the Paralympics. The total of the athletes has gone up to 84. So it is showing that the graph is only going up from 4 medals in Rio to 19 medals in Tokyo, and now looking at a ballpark figure of at least 25 medals. So this itself says that how popular the para sports has become and how hard everybody has worked around the development of it, whether it is the contribution of the inclusive policies, inclusive at-par training programs as given by the Government of India, the Ministry of Sports and the Sports Authority of India, and also big stakeholders coming on board by way of corporate social responsibility or mainstream sponsorships. There have been educational programs around it. There has been awareness programs. So, and a huge thank you to media for giving so much love to para-athletes.
True. So, as you mentioned about the inspiration, and you also, the para-athletes are setting a trend. But coming to you first, you became the first Indian woman to win a Paralympic medal in Rio. And how important was that achievement for the female athletes in India, particularly in para sports?
It just gave a lot of faith and kind of aspirations to a lot of athletes, especially the female athletes, to follow that if a woman 46-year-old can go out and make a medal for India, that means it is achievable. Otherwise, you know, it was a far distant dream. And girls in disability would hardly step out of their house, or people or the family members would have hardly any faith that, oh my God, a girl in disability is going to go out and make a medal or has a career. Or, you know, even when I stepped out, to be very honest, when I left home in 2010 at the age of 40 and I said I'm going to the capital to play, none of my immediate family members even believed that, oh, theek hai, okay, this is something she wants to do, let her do, it is going to keep her emotionally happy, we won't stop her. But we don't know what she's doing in Delhi. Till the time I got my Arjuna award and my first important medals at the Asian Para Games and the World Championship. So there was a lot of disbelief. Firstly, the society, the system, and at the same time, the athletes themselves didn't really believe that they can go out and win medals. So the Rio was a great turning point, not just my medal, but Devendra Jajaria's comeback after 12 years at that age. He made a medal in 2004 and again made a medal in 2016. Mariyappan, coming from a very humble background, he was just one of many children in the house living in 8 by 10 little cottage in one corner of Tamil Nadu. And from there, that boy became the golden boy. So suddenly there were dreams, aspirations, belief.
True.
That yes, Indians can do it too.
Definitely, as you mentioned the names, Mariyappan, Devendra Jajaraji, and you also, the way you set the trailblazer, this time around 84 athletes, and last time we saw in Tokyo 54, a huge, we can say that number this time. But if we talk about the medals, 5 gold last time and to overall 19 medals. But this time around, which sports and athletes do you think are India's best bets for the medals at the Paris 2024?
Our strongest forte has been para athletics. There's no doubt about it. Our shooters are very strong. Para badminton players are very good. We have titans like Prachi Yadav and Bhavina Patel in table tennis and canoeing, rowing. We also have Arjuna, who's a second timer. If I talk about a girl athlete, she's going in taekwondo, and she looks very matured and strong this time. And even the new entrants are all in top 4-5 positions of the world ranking. So that can get converted into medal at any point of time. Again, I would say shooting, badminton, athletics, table tennis, canoeing. These are archery. How can we even forget archery? We have a young prodigy, Sheetal Devi and Rakesh going with him, and Harvinder, an ex-medalist who's already won medal last time in the Paralympics, becoming the first ever in archery. So we have a very strong squad here. Even in when I talk about track events, I'm so happy to see women we coming up and playing track events and qualifying for track events at that level. We have Simran there, we have Jiveshi there. I mean, it's a wonderful time to even see them grow in sport, grow in maturity, and even in severe disability. This time we have Pranav Surma going in athletics with he's in the most severe disability category. Many times Paralympian Amit Saroha is going back again.
Yes.
A lot of experience is going there, and this time the kind of preparation they've had in scientific training, emotional training, injury management. This squad, even last time when we had gone, we had that little shadow of COVID and the fear of COVID. But this squad which is going is very confident, and I've personally worked with them for almost 3 years and 8 months as the president of the Olympic Committee. So I know firsthand that they're really prepared well.
So our team is very prepared, and we are hoping that this time around they will break new records and new milestone. But talking about the Indian sporting arena, change we have witnessed in the past 8-10 years. We have seen PM Modi's interacting with athletes, and he personally tweets for them. And also whenever they are winning medal, even they are losing, he was always there to console them, to encourage them. If we talk about from Rio 2016, that marked a turning point for Indian para sports. And after that, India's performance at the Tokyo Paralympics were unprecedented. So what do you think the key strategies and the preparation that led to this success? It is from the government side also. So what is your perception about this?
See, the very fact that I remember the day I won the medal, and suddenly my daughter called me and said, Prime Minister sir tweeted for you. And it was like, what? Prime Minister tweeted for me. And after that, it has just been equivalent to a medal kind of happiness. We know that whenever we are going there, irrespective of the medal, the fact that we are going at such a huge platform like Paralympics to play for the country, we have our Prime Minister who's going to be cheering for her, talking to us, talking to our families, is going to be part of our preparations. There is accountability of the preparations. And similarly, Target Olympic Podium Scheme is continuously monitoring the progress, the charting, the requirements, the customization of the training. And even as a federation, I think we have matured. We have started making our selection processes very transparent, understanding the individual needs of the para athletes, that they need a certain assistive aid, a proper wheelchair, a proper prosthetic, the right kind of nutrition, science, and the support staff that is required to go with them. That eases out a lot of mental tension from the athlete. So even if an athlete needs an extra family member in severe disability to go along, we are raising funds, because through the government only a certain team can go. But if additional members are required for mental well-being of a particular athlete, we have titans like Indian Oil and SBI Foundation supporting the squad very strongly, and many other associate partner sponsors have come on board to support the contingent. The meticulous training, international standard training, the right nutrition,
True.
the right mental training, proper assistive aids and inclusive policies with a great shabashi from the Prime Minister. I think all this makes the right recipe for winning and playing their best game out there.
Definitely, Deepa ji, as you mentioned that everything is there for our athletes, from infrastructure to nutrition to the support staff. Everything is there, but the most important thing that you pointed out, the emotional support and the backup from the top leadership, that is also playing a key role in the weekends, the progress of the Indian sports. Thanks for joining us and giving a perspective of the para athletes and the para games that our athletes are participating and trying and helping us to understand the preparations and the analysis of the squad for the Paris Paralympics. Thanks a lot.